This Premier League season has taken a turn nobody really saw coming. Two of the biggest title contenders, Manchester City and Liverpool, have both hit serious bumps in form. City have been surprisingly inconsistent, while Liverpool have dropped off a cliff. And suddenly, a golden window has opened for a new force to step forward, and that force is Arsenal. Right now, the team from North London look ready to storm their way to the title, unless someone with enough quality and character stands up and truly challenges them. In this moment, Arsenal are riding a huge wave of momentum. They've just come out of two massive statement games, a dominant win over their fierce rivals Tottenham, and a convincing victory against European giants Bayern Munich. Their next goal is simple: find another big name to take down and reinforce their claim as the team to beat. This time, that challenge comes from Chelsea, a side that also look reborn after producing a stunning 3-0 win over Barcelona, a team in top form themselves. A clash between two red-hot sides at Stamford Bridge isn't just another London derby. It's a heavyweight showdown that could shape the Premier League title race. It's rare to see a London derby played under circumstances like this, with both teams hitting such high levels, especially in the Champions League. This season, fans in London are watching both of their clubs flying in Europe, delivering statement wins against some of the continent's toughest opponents. Under manager Enzo Maresca, Chelsea looked like a team rediscovering their identity after a shaky start to the campaign and the loss of several key players. They've put together a strong run of wins, highlighted by that explosive 3-0 dismantling of Barcelona. And it wasn't just about the scoreline. It was a showcase of a clear game model, rising confidence in their young squad, and a tactical structure that's becoming sharper, more disciplined, and more mature every week. But Chelsea still have a few concerns when it comes to their squad. Cole Palmer, their most important creative spark, is still recovering and has only just returned to light training. Whether he can play against Arsenal remains a big question, and that's a huge blow because Palmer isn't just their main playmaker. He's the guy who unlocks tight games, scores when things get tough, and creates chances out of nothing. On top of that, Chelsea are having to rotate heavily due to a brutal match schedule, which means positions like the wings and midfield haven't reached full stability yet. Even so, the morale in the squad is sky high, and they head into this derby with confidence and the backing of Stamford Bridge. Chelsea have this strange, almost trademark ability to show up brilliantly against the biggest opponents, something we've already seen in their battles with Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona. On the other side, Arsenal are operating with a level of stability very few Premier League teams can match right now. They've just beaten Bayern Munich 3-1, kept their unbeaten run in the group stage, and stayed top of the table. It was another performance that highlighted how cold-blooded and efficient they've become, playing as a tight, well-drilled unit. Mikel Arteta continues to build around strong possession, sharp movement, and lightning-quick transitions. One important detail: Arsenal's squad is almost fully intact. Players who had issues earlier, like Noni Madueke, are back and firing, even scoring right after returning. The key pillars of the team, Odegaard, Declan Rice, Saliba, Martinelli, Saka, are all in excellent shape, both physically and mentally. And with that depth, Arsenal always have high-quality options ready when the game gets tense. When you put everything together, Chelsea are clearly rising again, but still dealing with a few squad uncertainties, while Arsenal arrive with stability, confidence, and nearly their full-strength lineup. That's exactly the recipe for a derby that promises to be tense, unpredictable, and full of drama. This match is shaping up to be a real tactical showdown between two rising football philosophies. Under Enzo Maresca, Chelsea have become a team that blends proactive possession with fluid attacking patterns and quick transitional bursts. They've slowly moved away from relying on a traditional number 9, instead building a system around flexible midfielders, dynamic wide players, and attackers who can drift anywhere, like João Pedro or Estevão. And Estevão has quickly become one of Chelsea's standout weapons. He's like their secret weapon for the big occasions. With his pace and explosive 1-versus-1 ability, he's not just a counter-attacking threat, he's also the link that connects wide attacks with central combinations. When he drifts wider or tucks inside, He pulls defenders out of position and creates gaps for his teammates to burst into. Tactically, Chelsea's game is built around having a numerical advantage in midfield. The center-backs spread wide, the full-backs invert to form triangles in the first phase, and midfielders like Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo dictate the tempo. And when opponents collapse inward, Chelsea immediately switch play to the flanks, where Estevano often pops up to drive quick attacks. But the truth is, it's unlikely Chelsea can dominate the ball like this against an Arsenal side this disciplined, so adjustments are almost guaranteed. We might see Chelsea switch into a 3-4-3 or even a 3-2-5 shape when attacking, aiming to overload the midfield and stretch Arsenal on the wings. As for Arsenal, Mikel Arteta's team have entered the most mature phase of their development. This isn't just a side that plays beautiful football anymore. It's a well-balanced, stable machine built on structure and discipline. Everything they do feels connected. They understand the system, protect key spaces, and wait patiently for the perfect moment to strike. One of the biggest changes in this Arsenal version is that they now control space even better than they control the ball. They're no longer obsessed with dominating possession at all times. When the game calls for it, they'll sit deeper, hold a mid-block, or press higher depending on the rhythm of the match. It all comes from the discipline within their 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 variations. Fullbacks stepping inside, center-backs stretching wide, and players like Zubimendi and Declan Rice locking down the middle. This keeps the spine strong, prevents the structure from getting pulled apart, and sets Arsenal up perfectly for fast, coordinated transitions the moment they win the ball back. Arteta's Arsenal have also evolved into a team that knows how to finish games off. That comes from two key ingredients: a stable attacking structure and forwards who know exactly how to exploit the final pockets of space. Eze acts as the conductor, constantly operating in the right half space and making quick decisions. Bukayo Saka is the most reliable outlet, the one who consistently wins his 1-versus-1 battles. Arsenal can hurt you in different ways. They can build up slow and methodical, or they can switch to a fast vertical approach in an instant. In their pressing game, they close down in groups, suffocating central passing lanes and forcing opponents into long balls. And when Arsenal win the ball back in dangerous areas, they strike fast. All of this makes them incredibly hard to beat. As for the hosts, Chelsea will likely stick with their 4-2-3-1 setup, especially in tough fixtures like this. Using Reece James alongside Caicedo in midfield, with Enzo Fernandez pushed slightly higher, gives them stability and better ball circulation. The defensive line should remain the same. Sanchez in goal, with Cucurella, Chalobah, Fofana, and Malo Gusto as the back four. The attacking trio is the biggest question mark. Maresca could keep the Garnacho-Estevão-Neto combination, or he could bring in João Pedro as the central forward to surprise Arsenal. Arsenal, meanwhile, are far more predictable, in a good way. They'll stick with their in-form lineup. Raya in goal, a back four of Calafiori, Hincapié, Saliba and Timber, Declan Rice and Zubimendi anchoring the midfield, and the trio of Martinelli, Eze and Saka supporting the false nine, Merino. With both teams so well drilled and tactically organized, this match is almost guaranteed to be intense from the first whistle. Battles all over the pitch, transitions, duels and momentum swings. But Arsenal do hold a slight edge historically. They haven't lost to Chelsea since 2021. In the last 7 meetings, the Gunners have won 5 and drawn 2. That record, plus their calm mentality, could give Arsenal the push they need to secure another big result and stay top of the Premier League. Then again, Chelsea are desperate to break that streak, and this might be the perfect moment to do it, backed by Stamford Bridge and the confidence of that 3-0 win over Barcelona. This is going to be a true clash of strengths, Arsenal's stability versus Chelsea's explosiveness. And the real answer, who comes out on top, will only be revealed this weekend.